Hello ladies and gentlemen, Secure204 here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the BMPT Terminator. The BMPT Terminator is an armored fighting vehicle or an AFV designed and manufactured by the Russian company Vagon Zavod. The vehicle was designed for supporting tanks and other AFVs in urban areas. The BMPT is unofficially named the Terminator by its manufacturers. The Terminator is armed and heavily armored to survive in urban conflict. The AFV is armed with 4 9M120 Attacca missile launchers, 2 30mm 2A42 autocannons, 2 AG-170 grenade launchers, and 1 coaxial 7.62mm PKTM machine gun. The BMPT is built on the chassis of the widely used T-72 main battle tank, and the Terminator was designed based on combat experience gained during the Soviet-Afghan War and the First Chechen War. Multiple prototypes of a tank support combat vehicle were created prior to the design of the current BMPT. A small number were delivered to the Russian ground forces for evaluation beginning in 2005. The Russian Defense Ministry finally ordered the BMPT in August of 2017. Deliveries of more than 10 vehicles were begun in early 2018, and on December 1st, 2021, the first BMPT company of 9 combat vehicles was introduced into one of the tank regiments of the Tank Division of the Central Military District. Examples of an upgraded version of the BMPT 72s are participating in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict first observed during the Battle of Syrodonsk in Ukraine. So yeah, the BMPT Terminator here are basically a absolute killing machine. This thing is definitely scary. I think I would be more scared of this than seeing a normal tank just due to its crazy amount of armament. As I mentioned, this thing has grenade launchers, it has 2 30mm autocannons, it has ATGMs on them, and it also has a coaxial machine gun to add that all on. So this thing is an absolute beast of a vehicle, and honestly a really good idea to take these existing T-72 chassis and create a more rapid fire and better responsive vehicle for protecting their tanks in urban areas. On paper, definitely sounds like a good design. In conflict, I'm not sure how well these things actually are executed, but definitely a cool vehicle nonetheless, and should make an awesome addition to any of your modern warfare scenarios where you have the Russians involved. Now, before we go ahead and jump into this build, I do want to go ahead and give a big thanks to Derek Frost Westbrook for commissioning this build. If you guys are interested in commissioning a build for yourself, definitely feel free to reach out to me through my email, garrett2x4@gmail.com, or through my Discord, where you can go ahead and we can discuss pricing and all that stuff. And just know that commissions do get you priority, so your vehicle will be done a lot sooner than just leaving a normal request on my Discord server. So if you are interested in commissions, definitely feel to reach out, and we can discuss pricing and all that stuff from there. Anyways, though, with that, let's go ahead and dive in here, taking a look at the Terminator. So the Terminator, again, built on the T-72 chassis. Some of you guys may recognize this as a new chassis design. I am currently working on redoing my entire T-72 fleet and hopefully having a big tutorial like my Sherman and Abrams tutorial where I do the whole T-72 family. But this here is that new chassis that will be used going forward in those videos, so good stuff there, and kind of getting a sneak peek at what's to come for the T-72 series. But yeah, we have the chassis here. We have the front up here, which has the basically driver viewports and stuff like that for the driver and co-driver. Then you have the actual cannon, or the actual turret itself. So this here has the dual 30mm guns, the missile launchers here to the sides, smoke grenade dispensers, and I'm not exactly sure where the grenade launchers are on this build. I think they might be in this location here, but I'm honestly really not too sure where the grenade launchers actually sit on this thing, but they are somewhere in this mess of weapons. We have the radio antenna, obviously, some, optics and all that stuff around the vehicle. And then on the back here, we have basically just the top of the engine deck, all that stuff. There are some modifications here, so it has a little bit more of like a, space down in here compared to the normal T-72s. And then on the back here, pretty straightforward, and that's the back of the vehicle. So overall, pretty straightforward and simplistic vehicle, I think. This is based off of the first Terminator. I believe there are a couple different versions of the Terminator that are currently being fielded. So this is, again, designed to be kind of based off the first rendition. And I think mainly the only differences that really start to come from this are really just involving the turret and the missile launcher type and all that stuff. So Anyways though, that right there is going to sum up what we have for the build, and with that, let's go ahead and jump into our tutorial. Alright guys, so moving into our tutorial here, we're going to be going ahead and start with our first layer. For our first layer, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of another brick upside down stairs. After that, we're going to place down a row of 2 of black concrete, and then we're going to take our polished black stone stairs, and we're going to place down 2 rows of 2 of polished black stone stairs back to back. We're going to go ahead and do this same design here a total of 3 more times, so you should have 4 sets of your polished black stone stairs back to back. So that's 3, and then we have 4, just like that going back. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 black concrete blocks across like this, 2 narrow brick slabs, and 2 narrow brick top slabs to go ahead and finish off the tracks here. Now on the sides here of the black concrete, we're going to place down an item frame on both ends, green stained glass panes in those item frames, and then a dark oak wood button if you're on Java. Just a little side note here is that if you're not on Java, you will not be able to place down an item frame and sign, or an item frame and button in the same block space. So if that's the case, you will have to go ahead and just place down the item frame and disregard the button. After that is all done, we're going to go ahead and also place down a row of dark prismarine top slabs. They're going to come off this row of black concrete, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 over. And on the back here, we're going to go ahead and go to the narrow brick top slabs. We're going to go ahead and go 3 over as well. We then want to go ahead and just fill in the space between the rows of dark prismarine, like this, going from the front and to the back. So that's going to completely fill that in like so. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same design we did for the tracks just over here to this side. So I'm going to go and do the tracks here a little bit quicker, as I've already explained the other side in more detail. But again, it's the same thing on both sides here for the tracks. So we're just going to go and take this forward. So just like this, and then we have our black concrete. Again, our item frame, green stained glass pane, button, and then we're going to place down our 2 narrow brick upside down stairs. Now, after that's done, we also want to go and grab dark oak wood fence gates in our front of the tank. So this side here, we're going to place down dark oak wood fence gates coming off these 2 slabs and open the fence gates toward them like that. So that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer 1 of the build. Here again is a top-down view of what that should look like. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 2. Moving into my next layer, we're going to be going ahead and moving into layer number 2. For layer 2 to start with, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of dark prismarine slabs. It's going to go on top of these fence gates across this space here, and then behind that we're going to place down a row of green terracotta. To the sides of these slabs, we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks like this to the sides, and then 2 green stained glass panes. They're going to come off of those blocks just like that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a green terracotta block like this on both sides, and then we're going to place down a dark prismarine upside down stair going back from that. On the side of the stair and this block, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood signs. Same thing will be done over here on this side as well, just like that. Then we're going to take our green terracotta and we're just going to place down a row of 7 all the way across this space like so. And we're going to go ahead and do this a second row. Then we have 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 rows of 7 going all the way across. And then on the sides here of that row to both sides, we're going to be going and placing down dark oak wood trapdoors along the sides here. So like that, and same thing over here, all the way along the side. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a set of 2 rows of 5 of green terracotta across the middle. So you have 1 and 2, a dark prismarine upside down stair to both sides, and a top slab going back from the stair, as well as 2 dark oak wood signs on the side of the slabs and stairs like that. Once that's done, we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks on the sides here. And then we want to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor that's going to come off this green terracotta block like that on the sides. We're also going to place down an item frame here to the side. In that item frame, we're going to place down a cobweb. And then also, again, if you're on Java, we'll place a dark oak wood button on the side of that green terracotta block as well. So just like that. Then on the back here, we're just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this space with 3 green terracotta blocks. And then we're going to place down a row of these dark prismarine stairs going all the way across this section like so. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks for the time being, and coming off those 5 blocks, we're going to place down 5 iron trapdoors. Now if you're on Java, we can go ahead and use the command /give @p minecraft :debug_stick. So this command right here, press and enter will give you this glowing stick. What we can do here is we can go to the trapdoors, we can left click them until we get selected open false. Right click these, set these to true, and it will lay them flat against the side of those blocks. You can also use birchwood trapdoors as an alternative, but I would recommend iron trapdoors if you're able to. I know that there are some tricks and stuff like that you could do on bedrock to get these to open and stay like this without a redstone signal, but you know, just something you might have to play around with and figure out. Now, once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and obviously delete those blocks behind that row, and we're going to go ahead and then take our levers, and we're going to place down levers here along the side of those iron trapdoors. So it's just going to sit like that, and that's going to do it for the back of our vehicle there. Now, one thing I also want to go ahead and mention is going to be the wheels. I forgot to actually go ahead and talk about these banners that we're going to put on the vehicle. But these banners are really straightforward. We're going to go ahead and basically take 2 black banners. We're going to go ahead and take our green dye. We're going to split the banner in half with green dye. So you're going to have green dye on the right side of one banner and green dye on the left side of the other one. So it's going to split those banners in half. And then we just want to do a black line that goes horizontally across the middle of the banner, like so, for both of these. So you get basically 2 designs that look like this. You're going to go ahead and place these on the side of the stairs with the green facing toward each other, and this is going to create your design here for the wheels. So just a nice way to kind of show the spacing and just kind of add a little bit more detail to them, and obviously don't forget to do it to both sides of the vehicle, as you will need to make sure that you have both sides done. But once we have that all done, that's going to wrap up everything we have there for layer 2 and I guess layer 1. With that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 3. Moving on to our next layer, we'll be moving on to layer number 3. For layer 3 to start with, we're going to go ahead and place down some daylight detectors on top of these green terracotta blocks here over the fenders. Then we want to go ahead and place down a line of 2 dark prismarine slabs like this to both sides. And they're going to place down 2 rows of 2 of end portal frames going back from those prismarine slabs. On the sides of these end portal frames, we're going to place down dark oak wood signs, so that's going to be done here on both sides. And then we want to go ahead and take our dark prismarine, first our daylight detectors, and we're going to place down a row of 3 across the space like so. We're also going to place down a zombie head here to both sides, another dark prismarine slab in the center here, and we're going to follow this up with a smoker block like that to both sides. Behind these blocks here, we're going to place down a dark prismarine stair, and then a corner stair coming off each side of that stair, as well as a row of 2 of green shulker boxes like this to the sides. We're going to take our green terracotta, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta down the center here, then a second row of 3, and then a third row, and 4, and then one more 5. So you're going to have 5 rows of 3 going down the center. We're going to go and then grab ourselves a glass pane, and we're going to place down a green stained glass pane here in these corner spaces like so. And we're going to go ahead and then go back 1, 2, 3 green terracotta, and 1, 2, 3. And then another green stained glass pane in this corner here on the back. Once that's done, we're going to take our green shulker boxes. We're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 shulker boxes back. And same thing will be done over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, once we have that all finished there on the side of these shulker boxes, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dark oak wood trapdoors, and we're going to go and close those so they sit flat against the side of the vehicle. Same thing will be done over here on this side. So just like that, and make sure they're all closed along the side there. After that, on the back here, we're going to go and grab ourselves some levers, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 levers across the space here. We'll also take some dark oak wood fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate like this in the middle, a fence gate to both sides opened up toward that middle fence gate, and another fence gate to the side opened up toward that one. So it's going to sit like this here, going all the way across. And then on the very back here, we're going to place down a deep slate tile slab in the center. We're going to follow that up with a black bed like this to both sides. And then starting on the left side, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 deep slate slabs across. And then we're just going to place down a zombie head on this one slab here to the side. We'll go ahead and then grab some iron bars, and we're going to go ahead and then place down 5 iron bars. They're going to go across the tops here of these levers, so just like that. And then we're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame, and we're going to place down an item frame coming off this shulker box here to both sides. In that item frame, we're going to place down a red concrete block. And again, if you're on Java, we'll place down a dark oak wood sign across the side there of that shulker box as well. And once you have that all done right there, that's going to complete everything we have here for layer number 3 of the build. So again, here's a top-down view of what that should look like. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 4. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of dark prismarine slabs across this section here. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head at about a 45-degree angle on top of these glass panes. So something like this here to both sides of that row of 3. We also want to go ahead and grab some green carpet, and we're going to place down green carpet on top of those 2 smokers there in the front. Now, once we get to this point here, we're going to go ahead and need to grab ourselves a grindstone, and we're also going to need our smokers as well. We're going to place down a grindstone that's going to be coming back from that middle slab, and you want it facing in this direction. Then we're going to place down a smoker and another grindstone here to the side. Over here on this side, we're going to place down 2 dark prismarine slabs, and we're going to go ahead and place down a end portal frame block right here. And then behind the smoker and this grindstone here, we're going to place down 2 of our dark prismarine slabs. We're going to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block, just a row of 3 of green terracotta across, and then a dark prismarine stair and a dark prismarine corner stair to both sides of that stair. We're also going to go ahead and take our black candles, and we're going to place down black candles in a stack of 4. They're going to be on top of these green concrete blocks, and those are going to be where your smoke grenade dispensers of the vehicle are. If you're on Java, we can also place down an item frame on the side of the shulker box. That's going to be only a Java feature, unfortunately, and we'll throw black bed in the item frame as well, so you can go ahead and add that on for a little bit of extra detail there if you're on Java. After that, though, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some daylight detectors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 in the front here, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to go ahead and then go to the second and third blocks from the back. We're going to place down 2 daylight detectors on top of those, and then skip a space, and then 1 more forward on top of these, like that. And that's going to wrap that up there. And then we just need to go ahead and grab some green carpet, and we're just going to place down green carpet on top of the fence gates all the way across this back section here. And once you have that all done, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer number 4 of the build. Really straightforward stuff. Again, here's a top-down view of what we should have so far for the build. With that, though, let's go ahead and dive into our next layer, which will be layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we'll be moving into layer 5. For layer 5, we go ahead and get started with here. We're going to place down a dark prismarine upside-down stair on top of these blocks right here. So the green row 3 green terracotta. And then we're just going to place down a dark prismarine top slab across in between them. On the back here, we're going to place down a dark prismarine upside-down stair to both sides, and then another top slab that's going to go across or in the middle there between the 2. Then on the back here, we're just going to go ahead and place down some dark oak-wood trapdoors. So we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3 trapdoors across those blocks like so. To the sides, we're going to go ahead and take our dark prismarine slabs. We're going to build 1, 2 slabs to both sides. So just like this. And then we're going to place down an item frame on the slab on the back here. Black concrete in the item frame. And if you're on Java, we'll place a dark oak-wood sign on the side there of those slabs as well. We're also going to go ahead and take our dark oak-wood signs and place down 2 slabs along the side here of the slabs. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 zombie heads forward, 1, 2, 3 zombie heads forward for your missile launchers. We're going to go ahead and then take our grindstones, and we're going to place down a grindstone coming off these 2 upside down stairs. And in the middle here, we're going to place down 1 and 2 dark prismarine top slabs going forward. We then want to go ahead and grab our dark oak-wood fence gates, and we're going to build 1, 2, 3 fence gates, and we're going to open these fence gates toward the back or toward that top slab like that, and that's going to create your 30mm guns. That right there, though, is going to wrap up everything we have here for this layer, and with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our last final layers, which will be layers 6 through 11. Moving into our last final layers, we have layers 6 through 11. Before we go ahead and jump in those layers, one quick thing I want to go ahead and throw on from the previous layer is a green carpet on top of the smoker, so just make sure you go ahead and add that on. Anyways, though, moving into layers 6 through 11, we're going to place down a dark oak-wood trapdoor here, and we're going to place down a daylight detector right behind it. Make sure you do close that trapdoor as it will open with the daylight detector. We're going to go then place down a dark prismarine slab, and then we're going to take our end portal frames, and we're going to go ahead and build a end portal frame to both sides of the slab, and then a row 3 across this space, then 1 more here on that trapdoor in the middle, and then we're going to place down a green terracotta block to both sides like that. We're going to go ahead and also place down an item frame on the sides here of these green terracotta blocks, as well as a green terracotta block in the item frame. And if you're on Java, we'll place down a dark oak-wood sign on the side there as well. After that, going to the sides of the end portal frames, we're going to place down 2 more dark prismarine slabs, and we're going to go ahead and place down dark oak-wood signs on the side of these slabs. We'll also place down an item frame here on the side of this slab, and then a black concrete block like that if you're on Java. So same thing will be done over here on this side as well. Once that's done, we're going to take our zombie heads, and we're going to build 3 zombie heads forward from these slabs, so just like that. And those are going to create the last bit of missile launchers. On the back here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull, or a zombie head, on the side of that slab. a dark oak sign on the side of this block here, and then a lever that's going to be coming off this green terracotta block. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence gate or fence post on top of this green terracotta block, and then 2 end rods up, and then 2 iron bars. Behind this, we're going to place down a end rod on top of the lever, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a flower pot that is going to sit on top of that end rod. So just like that. Then we want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall that's going to sit on top of this wall here. And we want to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame and a black bed. We're going to place down an item frame and a black bed in the item frame rotated so the pillow is facing downwards. And then we're going to place down dark oak wood signs around the remaining 3 sides here. Or really, honestly, the 3 sides if you're on all versions, and on the front here also if you're on Java. And then we're just going to place down a green carpet on top of the wall. And that right there is going to wrap up what we have there for layers 6 through 11. And with that, that's going to wrap up my design here for the BMPT Terminator. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this build and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a sign to this build or a link to my video or my channel. If this does appear on any social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on, and overall enjoy the build and all that fun stuff. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.